Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
When did making plans get this complicated? It's time to streamline with WhatsApp, the secure messaging app that brings the whole group together. Use polls to settle dinner plans. Send event invites and pin messages so no one forgets Mom's 60th. And never miss a meme or milestone. All protected with end-to-end encryption. It's time for WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone. Learn more at whatsapp.com.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily. Have you made these mistakes after your relationship breakup? By Eddie Corbano of lovesagame.com. Months or even years after a relationship breakup, we will fully realize the fatal mistakes we made right after it happened, especially the panic-controlled actions that made us appear as a different person. Often we don't recognize ourselves anymore. It can bring out the worst in us. This is understandable, but the wrong thing to do. It usually happens that we hate ourselves later for the things we've done. Not only does it damage our self-esteem, which is urgently needed for the recovery, what's left of it, but it also destroys the new concept of self-love we are trying to build up. Avoid these feelings by telling yourself that the past is the past, and concentrate on the now. There's a famous quote where it says that one should learn from the mistakes others make and thereby avoid them. On the other hand, quote, "The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing." John Powell. The following fall into that category. Mistake number 1. Panic-controlled actions. I believe that there are two kinds of mistakes, the kind that you can learn and evolve from, and the kind that should be avoided. When it comes to post-relationship breakup mistakes, there are some which better be avoided. Here are the main mistakes most people make right after a relationship breakup. Confronted by what we think is the worst that can happen to us, we do anything to fight it off. We plead, we beg, cry in front of our exes, harass, stalk, write emails, IMs, etc. All these things will make you cringe when you later think about it. I think that almost every dumpee makes these mistakes. I don't believe that they are completely avoidable. These are desperate actions by our animal part of the brain, fighting for survival. The sad thing is that they are completely useless. I've never heard that a dumper came back after the dumpee wrote them a gazillion emails begging to have mercy. If you've made these mistakes, don't beat yourself up over them. If you're about to commit them, try to resist. Mistake number 2. Reassuring love. We are committed to thinking that if they only knew how much we loved them, they would come back immediately, so we keep telling them, over and over again. The only problem is, they know. They're breaking up anyway. Breakups rarely happen because the dumper thinks that they are not being loved. Constant reassurance only leads to humiliation. Mistake number 3. Hoping to stay friends. This is a very common mistake that is often made by those having little experience with relationship breakups. I know that your ex was your best friend, your intimate partner, the closest person to you, but it is impossible to maintain this kind of relationship after the breakup. Everything has changed. Nothing is as it was before. You can't count on your ex any longer because they will harm you more than they would help. The good news is, you can find another support system. Look for old friends who used to be close. Your family should also be of great help. Use every connection you have for support. You need it. Mistake number 3 leads us directly to the next one. Mistake number 4. Maintaining contact. The no contact rule is the number 1 precondition if you want to get over your relationship breakup fast. Look at it like a drug addict. You can't get clean with your drug right in front of you. I talk about this in more detail in my post titled, "This is how the dumper feels during no contact." Mistake number 5. Use your ex's friends and family. Out of the ambition to make sense out of all of it, we use their friends or their family. We interview, manipulate, and try to use them for our purposes. Besides the fact that they rarely know anything about the deeper reasons, it is inappropriate to involve a third person in your breakup. This is something that's between you and your ex. If you do this, you will regret it later. Mistake number 6. Rebound relationships. I do not recommend that. Many people leapfrog into a new affair right after their relationship breaks up. It may appear that this is the best thing to do in order to get over your ex, but believe me, the opposite is the case. You will always be comparing to your ex. Everything will remind you of them, and you will be frustrated because nobody is as good as your ex. This is an illusion, of course. It will throw you back, and it will mask your pain, hiding you from the issues your breakup needs to resolve. Don't deny yourself the opportunity to work these things out. If you do, you have to face that problem again and again, from relationship to relationship. For many people, healing will not start until they are alone with themselves, confronting their inner demons. These are the main mistakes most people make right after their relationship breaks up. Please don't beat yourself up if you've already made some of them. Even if they should be avoided, some of these mistakes are part of the healing and learning process. So even if you will look back months or years later and regret a few things you've done, they might have been necessary to get you to the point you are today. Your friend, Eddie Corbano. You just listened to the post titled, "Have You Made These Mistakes After Your Relationship Breakup?" by Eddie Corbano of lovesagame.com.
Routine, adjective, used to describe an individual whose spirit is unyielding, unconstrained, one who navigates life on their own terms, effortlessly. They do not always show up on time, but when they arrive, you notice an individual confident in their contradictions. They know the rules but behave as if they do not exist. Routine, the new fragrance by Miu Miu, defined by you.
At Sierra, discover top workout gear at incredible prices, which might lead to another discovery. Your headphones haven't been connected this whole time. Awkward. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
And thank you to Eddie today. A lot of great takeaways in this article. And I think my favorite might have been just his level of reassurance and cultivating a sense of patience with oneself for not handling this well, or, making some mistakes the first time around. Certainly the path to healing is unique and full of learning experiences. We really can't expect ourselves to have it mastered right away. Really not far off any other area of life in which we might be undergoing a big task that requires a lot of growth. Obviously, there are a lot of emotions tied to the task of reviving ourselves after a difficult breakup. So again, care for yourself in this time, allow yourself to make mistakes, and know that this will only make you better prepared for your next relationship. And with that, everybody, we are going to call it for today. Hey, thank you so much for being here as always and making another episode possible. And thank you again to Eddie for sharing his work. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for more, where your optimal life awaits.